So this man smashed his bones to look better. He went from looking like this to looking like this. Yes guys, Looksmaxxing has been trending for a while now, especially in the male community. Guys want to do the absolute most to look better. And personally, I don't see anything wrong with improving upon yourself. But just like any movement, you have those guys that will go to the extreme, and that's where it gets dark. So with that said, in today's video, we're gonna be looking at James Sapphire, TikTok's Looksmaxxing Bone Smasher.
Looksmaxxing, mogging, bone smashing, mewing. What do all of these words mean? I've heard them thousands of times in various meme contexts, but didn't know where they came from. That is until researching the subject of today's video, James Sapphire. What I thought would be a simple story of a man doing anything he could to look better and it going horribly wrong ended up being a rabbit hole of incel forms, internet terminology, and gaslighting. Because while this video may be about James and his bone-smashing endeavors, it's also going to be about the wider Looksmaxxing community, an online community dedicated to doing almost anything necessary to look more attractive.
And they also refer to this as like the black pill community. And the people that are in the black pill community, they believe that your looks are what will determine your experience in society. And that is true to some point, but when you take it extreme, it gets detrimental to your mental health.
And I think there is no better place to start than with James' story, one of a struggling kid who is gaslit by the internet. James was born in Dallas, Texas in the early 2000s. His mother is an adult film star, drug addict, currently homeless, as well as mentally unstable. James's father would sadly pass away in his military service, and with the condition of his mother, he was sent to live with extended relatives. And things would be relatively normal for James until,
as you can see, he's a good looking kid, man. No diddy, no pedophile shit. He's a handsome young man.
Around the age of 14, when one of his fellow classmates called him a pretty boy. Unsure of what this meant, young James looked it up and was eventually led to a Looksmaxxing site. There are a couple of these Looksmaxxing sites, and they are forums for Looksmaxxing. Some of the users have intentions of helping people improve themselves, but like almost every other forum, they are filled with trolls.
What does it say? The hollow cheeks and the OG curve Bible. De-bloat and get the leanest face in the world with this complete guide for craniofacial aesthetics. Lord.
See, now that's some bullshit.
James, who was 14 years old and unsure about himself and the world, would seek the advice of these forum users on his appearance and how he could improve it. James described himself as popular during the start of high school. He would receive attention from girls and get invited to parties. But after falling down the rabbit hole of Looksmaxxing, it was all over for him.
And it's not like he was an incel. He went to school, he was popular, he had friends, but he just caught on to this and fell down the rabbit hole, which makes it crazy.
Wholesome forum users began to gaslight James into believing that he was ugly, telling him that he would need extensive cosmetic surgery as well as steroids to ever appear normal.
Imagine letting incels tell you that you're ugly. They don't get bitches! They don't get bitches for a reason!
He was abusing a wide variety of substances from amphetamines to steroids, all in an attempt to looksmax, and at the advice of trolls on this forum website, claiming years later to be in full-blown psychosis around these times. Even though James wasn't eating much because of the substances, he still believed himself to be overweight, leading him to develop anorexia. It was widely speculated that James was abusing facial surgeries because of his unusual appearance at the time, but this was not the case, as it was just a mixture of these substances and anorexia, which were taking a brutal toll on both his mind and body. A window into his mindset would be the music that he would release around this time, being his second viral TikTok.
This man doesn't even look human anymore, bro. It's crazy.
The song would be called Black Pilled Curse, and I believe it jump-started all of the craze behind these terms being used in memes. Things like mewing, the act of holding your tongue to the roof of your mouth to improve jawline structure, or mogging, the process of intimidating someone just by looking more attractive than them. James took these terms that were used by the wider Looksmaxxing community and shot them right into the veins of TikTok. I would be personally lying lying if I didn't say Black Pilled Curse is a hilarious song, but knowing the context behind what James was doing.
Black Pill Curse. I wonder what that song sound like.
Did I just hear a voice speak? I say in words that you're the worst. Near him or her.
The video is weird as fuck, but why my guy got a good voice though? Why he got a good voice though? I'm not gonna lie. My guy got some talent. If he wasn't caught up in this whole Looksmaxxing shit, he could have made it as a musician.
James would continue to make harmful decisions, continue to be trolled, and continue to go on unhinged rants across various forums and social media profiles. That is until he overdosed and was admitted to a state mandatory rehab facility.
Damn.
While James still has suffered from some struggles, it has been leaps and bounds over what he once.
Like, look at his eyes. Why does he look blind? Like his eyes look foggy. What the fuck?
Was. Today, James completely renounces the looks.
That's him now? Damn. Oh, my guy look completely different now. He actually looks healthy. He looks healthy. I'm glad he seems like he's doing better.
My mom, my biological mother, gave me crystal methamphetamine. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a stimulant, and yeah, it's like the king of amphetamines. And I went into like pretty severe psychosis. I was like seeing demons, and I remember going to plastic surgery clinics with her when I was a little kid, and she always told me that my
So this actually started way before the whole incel Looksmaxxing websites and forums. It started with his mom. It makes sense now. It's making sense, man. He didn't have a strong household, and his mom, let's be honest, was a piece of shit. Giving your own child meth, that's crazy.
my ears were misshapen, and that my nose wasn't going to be small forever, and I was going to have to get surgery and other stuff, dude. Like, she severely impacted my self-image and perception about myself. But yeah, this is me, dude. I ain't getting no surgery. I'm a normal guy. Made some bad choices, had some bad people affect me, but you know, it's over with now. They can't hurt me anymore.
I love to see him, man. He looks so much more at peace and comfortable with himself, and that's where true change will start. Once you learn to love yourself, that's where the magic happens, man.
Today, he wants to apologize for two things mainly: all of the racist remarks that he had made in the past, and the popularizing of the now infamous TikTok trend, bone smashing. Before I talk about bone smashing, I want to define a couple more terms for you. I know that we just went over mewing and mogging. I'm sure you're exhausted, but there's a couple more you need to know.
Bone smashing is crazy, man.
Which is looksmaxxing, the act of trying to do anything to make you look better, but you wouldn't know that there's also levels to it. There's softmaxxing, which means that you're going to do nothing invasive to improve your appearance, you'll merely diet and exercise. There's hardmaxxing, which is the area that James falls into, abusing steroids, bleaching, bone smashing, those kinds of things.
Shit, I wouldn't even call that hard maxing. This is ugly maxing. This my guy ugly maxed. That's what he did.
And then there's surgery maxing, which is what James was accused of, abusing a ton of surgeries to heighten your appearance. Bone smashing falls into the category of hard maxing, meaning that it is considered an extreme procedure even in the looksmaxxing community.
Is it me or that look like Michael Jackson?
And before I discuss it any further, I want to highly recommend against anyone doing this to themselves. It seems like the medical information about this one is all over the place, and no person should ever feel like they have to take these steps merely to appear pleasing to other people. Bone smashing is the process of hitting yourself in the face with a hard object, usually a hammer, to improve the shape of your face. Allegedly. It is based on the principle of Wolff's Law, a law that dictates bones will grow harder as they suffer damage and heal. James Sapphire is highly credited with the popularization of this trend on TikTok, and after doing it for over 2 years, James now renounces the practice.
It could be so easy for any child or any teen or even a young adult to fall victim to this bone smashing. Like, I couldn't imagine picking up a hammer and smashing my face. Say, yeah, I'm about to be handsome. Yeah, this about to make me look like a Tyrone or a Chad. All the bitches gonna want me. If you're in that situation and you're watching this video, stop now, man. 'Cause I can't believe I have to tell people not to smash hammers into their faces.
James, as well as a number of other people who practiced bone smashing. They would ask what some of the effects were, if they had any regrets, and some of the responses were pretty interesting, so I'm going to read them for you here. When asked about how they got into bone smashing, one anonymous interviewee stated, "When I was about 11, I signed up for this forum called incels.is. Then, after lurking there for a bit, I found the forum Looksmaxx.org. After lurking on Looksmaxx.org, I found theories about bone smashing."
Imagine signing up for an incel forum. Like, incels are incels for a reason, man. And this 11-year-old is signing up. You're 11, my guy. My little brother is 11. He just turned 12 yesterday. And I'm going to make sure that he does not know what this shit is. Stay away from that shit, man.
A number of these other people also state that they found out about bone smashing because of Looksmaxx websites and TikTok. All of them discovering this in their early teens. When asked if they had seen any results from the smashing, almost all of them stated yes, though they were very minor. When asked about the downsides, one stated that he suffered from nerve damage, and the other one stated that the only downside was the bruising and bleeding. When asked if they had an end goal, all of them stated various answers. The interviewees who started practicing bone smashing towards the younger side were asked if they had any regrets starting so young, and one response really stuck with me. "I am not happy I did it. Doing it made me obsess over my entire face, like my negative canthal tilt and the way my jaw is."
Yeah, man, and this is where it can get dark, because you start paying attention to every fucking detail on your face, man. You start to see every atom of your face and obsess over it. And obsession to that level is not healthy, man. It will mentally fuck you up.
I don't even know what a canthal tilt is. I don't think a kid should be obsessing how it's quote-unquote negative. But after spending enough time on these Looksmaxxing websites, which are just glorified forms, he developed a complex so bad that he resorted to bone smashing.
And I do see videos like these that pop up on my TikTok page and my YouTube shorts. God, I think it's called A Road to 1%. He like judges people's attractiveness by critiquing their face, their eye shape, you know, hair color, eyebrow thickness, nose, mouth, all that. Let me see if I can find a video of his. Video right here.
How attractive is Michael B. Jordan? Michael has almond brown shaped eyes with straight and thick eyebrows. His lower third is wide. He has a compact mid-face, a good mouth to nose width ratio, and full lips. Michael has straight white teeth, great skin complexion, and he's got unique features such as great lashes, which makes his eye area very appealing. And
imagine looking in the mirror every day and obsessing over every single one of these attributes. You're gonna go crazy, bro! That shit is crazy, so crazy, so crazy. Subscribe!
When asked if he regretted it, he gave us this response. "I have a ton of regrets in life. Bone smashing is a cope for me, a safe space even if it is just a placebo. Each time I pick up that hammer, I feel empowered with each hit. I know that I will achieve my goal. All of the times I was beat up at school, approached once by the baseball team who had bats threatening to kill me, thrown into bathrooms, scuffed up and bullied, each hit I've had to endure for normies is represented by my smashes, and not only is it an emotional scar, but it is a now physical scar shown visibly on my face."
So this is clearly way deeper than just improving your looks, man. This is an emotional scar from his experiences being bullied. It's just self-harm at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's sad that there's people out there actually getting bullied like this, because I've never seen anyone get bullied like that. Like thrown into bathrooms, head stuffed in toilet, getting beaten up. I did not see that in my whole experience of school. But I guess there are people out there that's actually getting bullied like that. I'm sorry. If you know anybody that ever got bullied like that in school, Put your comments down below, man. I want to see something. I want to see if this actually happens in America and how often it actually happens, man, because this is crazy.
I have suffered, and for bone smashing being my outlet, I have zero regrets doing it. I did what I had to do. I went in as an already conventionally 5 PSL attractive pretty boy, took a tour around the manosphere, came out as a niche appeal 6.25 PSL IRL incel with mager bones. And I am not as happy with my appearance anymore as I used to be, but I always had body dysmorphia. I was sick of being called gay, weak, and being inferior to people more masculine than me because I was such an easy target as a pretty boy. Now, no one messes with me. They see the look in my eye, they see my bones, they know what I could do to them, and so I am unmoggable, untouchable. This is my curse.
Why does this sound like a villain origin story dialogue? It just sounds like a dialogue that you would hear in a movie. This shit is not real life, bro. It's just a Matrix.
As you can tell, layered beneath all of the satire and trolling that James is laying on there is some truthful statements. James talks about his struggles with body dysmorphia and the effects that bone smashing has on him. That it is his escape from the physical torment of the world. And with each swing, he is quote-unquote empowered. At the time of the Know Your Meme article, James was still pro-bone smashing. But in recent times, he has completely denounced all of his previous behavior, taking down the vast majority of his social media content in an attempt to forget his past. After getting clean, thinking about the things that he had done, and of course getting away from the influence of all of the trolls manipulating him, he had come to the conclusion that his time on social media was at an end. I don't even feel like the person who wrote and sung these songs or the person in these photos. I don't look like my old self anymore. I have had so much BDD and derealization I am not even fully here right now. I don't think I will ever be the same before my overdose. Everyone around me claims that I am not the same person and it's devastating to me, but the things I've done and been involved with on the internet is something I'm going to have to live with. And it haunts me every night. I have horrible hallucinations, sleep paralysis. I have to numb it with so much medication to sleep peacefully. Therapy has helped me, but it's an endless Jewish loop of psychiatry and
Jewish loop.
This was during James's treatment, and he hadn't fully come out of his psychosis at the time. He previously stated that his overdose messed him up a lot, and he is still psychologically recovering from that to this day.
I'm a firm believer in spirituality. I believe, there are demons out there. I believe that there are angels. I believe that there's a spiritual side alongside physical side. What he was probably experiencing is all the negativity that these people put on him over these forums, the internet, and just in his life. That's the demons he was seeing, man. It's like they manifested into a thought form, and he just seen them physically with his own eyes. The demons that's haunting him. Shit is nothing to play with. It's real life.
I'm very happy to hear that James is in recovery and getting the help that he needs. I see him as part of a much bigger problem on the internet. It's called pilling, and basically it's the act of gaslighting someone into believing something that they never would if you hadn't done it. Convincing them that they are either ugly, crazy, or not who they appear to be, merely for the sick satisfaction of changing their mindset. Pilling takes many different forms on the internet, and the people who are most susceptible to it are children. James was 14 years old when people began to pill him into looking like a Bogdanov twin. They pilled him into being a horribly racist incel, and into doing various dangerous things to his own body. James was in a very vulnerable place as he never had a father and his mother was very absent from his life.
This man was a good-looking kid. He just had to stay like that. And instead, these forms transformed him into this. Listen, guys, that's why you can't take the internet too seriously, man. Have real-life experiences, man. This is important. You can't make your whole life be social media or the internet. There's a lot of people that's on social media that just want to dish out negativity because they are feeling negativity in their lives and in themselves. So they want to put other people down. You got to be aware of this, guys. Just so you don't end up like my guy over here, man. All these pill movements, black pill, red pill, purple pill, what is it, blue pill? They all have some type of extreme movement, man. There's never anyone that's balanced. You can't be in the extremity of one side or the other side, man. You need to be balanced. Because when you get too extreme, you get some shit like this. Some incel shit. Some woman-hating shit. Some men-hating shit. Some racist shit. Life is all about balance. The universe is all about balance. And with that said, thank y'all for watching this video. Don't forget to comment below your experiences, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace out.